This is Detective Stacy Roby from Louisville Metro Police Department, Crimes Against Children Unit. Today's date is September the 2nd of 2016. Current time now is 21:17 hours. I'm currently at 512 West Kentucky Street, Louisville Metro Police Department, CACU office. I'm here with Samantha Jackman, and also present in the room is Sergeant Ted Idom, also with Louisville Metro Police Department, CACU. Samantha, for the record, can you state your name, please?
Samantha Jackman.
Can you spell your last name?
Jackman.
And your date of birth, ma'am?
February 7th, 1991.
Okay. Samantha is going to be placing a controlled phone call to a Sean Jackman. She'll be making the phone call from area code 502-915-9075 and calling him at area code 502-295-1180. Samantha, you understand the phone call you're about to place is going to be recorded?
Yes.
And do I have your permission to record it?
Yes.
I'll go ahead and try calling. We can wait.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Are you back to your room?
Yeah, I got back to the room. I'm in Elkins, West Virginia, and it looks kind of big on a map, but there's like a subway. So like there's four. I got elements, men's soccer, and so I think all four schools are eating at the subway the whole time. It's a little bit. So they found some place that was way back in some woods. I was afraid I was going to get stuck in that big old motor coach.
Oh, jeez.
But it was called Smoke on the Water. It looked pretty neat, but I got just like a little flatbread with like barbecue pork on it. And the coach picked up the tab, which was nice. I mean, my bill was only like $10 anyways, but I still didn't have to pay for it.
Yep.
So.
Well, I've just been focusing on, I started school at Ivy Tech this semester online and been taking about 10 credit hours for a couple weeks now and trying to get better
How many
disciplined.
classes?
It's 4 classes.
Oh.
So just trying to get disciplined on staying, on top of everything while I'm at home. It's kind of hard with the kids and stuff.
I thought about going back to try to finish at some point, and they really pushed the online stuff, but I don't really know that I would do very well with online. I would get kind of bored, or I'd find some distractions or something.
It's hard because, you have your deadlines, but you don't have to show up anywhere at a certain time. You just have to turn in whatever you have to turn in by the certain time.
Right.
So,
right.
But.
Well, that's good that you're still working at it, though.
Yeah, trying to. It's been a little rough lately. I've been, really struggling and trying to find a new therapist and trying to work through some things. And
what's wrong with the other therapist?
Well, it just was she didn't want to get into any of the details of, the trauma or anything. She just wanted to do the eye movement thing, and it honestly triggered things and made things worse. I would have worse episodes at home, or made things harder in my relationship a lot, and she kind of just didn't really want to, she didn't want to talk about things, and that's what I need, is I need to talk about things.
I gotcha.
So, and I'm kind of in a rough patch with Mom right now. After taking a break from this therapist, I kind of remembered something else from being a kid, and I tried to confront her about it, and she got kind of upset and hasn't really talked to me since. So I'm kind of having a really rough time right now.
No, I'm sorry.
Can I ask you about what I remember?
Yeah.
I tried to talk to her about it, and she really just dodged it. But I remembered being in our first apartment, and I remember coming downstairs to you and Mom nude and rubbing lotion on her and being encouraged to join into that. And, you know, I tried to talk to her about it and tried to tell her that I remembered the stairs of the apartment. They were white and metal, the banister, and she got really upset and shut me down and hasn't talked to me since. So I don't know. I know I was really young back then, but I don't know that I don't know why I would remember that.
Right. I mean, you remember correctly, but it was you came downstairs. Miranda was, I don't know if she was born yet or not, but I think she was. I'm almost positive she was. But I mean, none of that. It was your mom and I, and we were. It was just like a massage, and, you know, with lotion or whatever, and you came down and you were like, you know, rub some on my back or whatever. I think you had on a long nightie, like, you know how, you know, little kids have the long nightgown sleepers or whatever. And I don't think that you just, if I remember correctly, you just put lotion on your mom's legs, on the bottom of her legs and her feet. I think is all it was, if I remember correctly. But I mean, I do remember what you're talking about.
Okay.
At that apartment on 6 Mile Lane by the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I remember.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, considering everything in totality, it truly didn't.
No, I thought that
inappropriate to your mom and I at all. Because even then, about that same time, well,
I don't know. I'm sure she's having a rough time.
I'm sure she is, but
she's kind of been taking it out on me a lot lately. She has been very pushy about. She pushed me to tell Tommy.
I know that surprised me. I wasn't really sure why, because I know you said you didn't want to tell Tommy until after school, but
I told him because he was really upset because he kept trying to get Miranda to, you know, come over and swim and do things, and he thought that Miranda was mad at him or whatever, and he knew that something was wrong. He kept asking questions and everything, and I just didn't. I felt wrong lying to him, and Mom was, you know, very adamant about doing it, and you know, she came and got me from the house and took me to a park to tell him she was there, and you know, I don't know if maybe she's just having a hard time or what's going on, but she was very adamant about that, and she's been very adamant about me talking about it a lot, and